Previously, we've shown you how to set up your AS10, set up the home position, and install the cutter holder on your EGX30. Next, we're going to show you how to set up your EGX30 to diamond scribe. To diamond scribe with your EGX30, all you need is some engraver's brass or aluminum, your diamond drag cutting tool, and you're also going to need the brass diamond drag adapter which comes with your EGX30. Prior to setting the machine up for scribing, we need to make sure that the machine is put into score mode. We do that by pressing the select button until the score light comes on. Once that's been done, we can take our brass fitting, insert it into the spindle assembly, tighten our thumb screw, insert our diamond drag cutter blade till it's just protruding from the bottom of our brass fitting, and using our supplied hex wrench, tighten the nut on our cutter hole.
Now that we've set up your EGX30, we'll now create an engrave job using the supplied software Roland Dr. Engrave. We'll go ahead and launch the application. And once we have the application launched, we will need to set up the print driver. Do so by clicking on File and Print Setup. In the Print Setup window, we want to click the down arrow key, the drop-down list, and we want to scroll through our list and find our EGX30. Once selected, we're going to click on Properties and then Advanced. The first thing we need to do is set up our work size settings. Do so by selecting the work size settings and Properties. Once in the Properties window, we want to set a new work size. For this new work size, we will be using a size of 4 inches by 4 inches. We want to select inches as our units, and we want to manually input our 4 inches by 4 inches. And click OK. The move to view position, we want to ensure that that is on. What this will do is once the job is completed engraving, the machine will move out of the way to the view position in order for you to remove your engraved piece. For the EGX30, there is no need to set any tool functions in the tool window. This is because the EGX30 is a 2D engraving device only, and there is no Z control, and your speed controls and RPM controls are handled on the machine itself. Once we've completed our settings in the Print Setup window, we click OK, click OK to the Properties, and click OK to Print Setup. With Windows 2000 and Windows XP, it's necessary to go back to File, Print Setup, and under our paper size, click the down arrow key and select your media size. And then click OK. Now we're going to add text. We can do so by selecting the Draw Text icon, or if we need to place our text within a specified area, we would select the Draw Text box. We are going to use the Draw Text icon. Once you click on the icon, you can click anywhere on the screen and it gives you your text icon. At this point, we can go ahead and type in our text into our screen. Like so. We can then click on our Select Object tool. When we click on the Select Object tool, we can reposition our text anywhere on the screen. We can also stretch it out. We can also rotate our file, and you can also adjust your kerning manually. If you want to change the font and your justification, you can do so by right-clicking on the text and clicking Properties. In the text string properties, we can change the font height, width, aspect, angle, character spacing, and line spacing. We can also choose from a variety of fonts. Dr. Engrave will utilize any true type font that you have installed on your computer. Roland also provides a handful of single line fonts which are available on the Roland support site. Also with Dr. Engrave, you can create your own single line fonts based off the TrueType font and customize your own library. For our example, we'll be using the Roland single line font downloaded from the support site, and we'll be using the Gothic 1 font. We're going to set this for center justification and click OK. As you can see, our file now is center justified on the page. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in a graphic. To add in the graphic, you can do so in a number of ways. You can go to File and import a BMP file, a bitmap graphic, and Dr. Engrave will vectorize it automatically. Also, Dr. Engrave is 2032 compliant. This means that if you have a desktop scanner, you can scan in a graphic or logo, and Dr. Engrave will vectorize that for you. Or you can utilize any of the shapes that are installed with Dr. Engrave, and you can also add shapes, or what we call symbols. I'm going to add a symbol. In the symbol window, I'm going to scroll down and select the symbol I want to insert. Click on the Insert button and close. This will drop in your graphic. At this point, I can reposition my graphic anywhere on the screen. I can also resize this graphic. Once I have the graphic resized and repositioned where I want, next we're ready to output. At this time, we'll click on File, click on Print, ensure that our printer selected is the EGX30, and then we'll click OK to output the file.
We have successfully diamond scribed with your EGX30.